Whiskey Bravo 8, Victor Charlie Radio, Victor Charlie Radio. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger, Victor Charlie Radio. Whereabouts are you located, sir, and what's your name?
Roger, Victor Charlie Radio. Whereabouts are you located, sir? What's your name? Oh, the name is Tom, tired old man, and I'm located in Worcester, Ohio. It's about 60 miles south of Cleveland, Ohio. Go ahead.
Roger, Tom, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Tom, and what radio are you running today, sir? Oh, it's just one of them old Icon 7300s. I've had it for a few months and have a lot to learn about it. The age here is 80. Will be tomorrow, but anyhow. Just been playing around the radio off and on, and I'm never sure what it sounds like. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger there, Tom. And if you want to check up on that radio and get it to performing perfectly, we suggest that first you verify that you're in the 100 to 2900 transmit band pass. Do you know about that, or would you want to just take a note on that and check it for later?
I have no idea. Been a ham since, what's it been, mid-60s. I'm advanced, but I've forgotten more than I've ever learned. And I just got back into the hobby here about a year ago. So I'm relearning. How's that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know about that. So take a note. Note to self. First note, verify that you're in the 100 to 2900 transmit band pass. Your book will tell you how to get there and how to adjust that. You have, on the 7300, you have 3 choices, and one of those is wide, called wide, and that is the 100 to 2900 band pass. A lot of folks just set all 3 of those settings to 100 to 2900, so it's impossible to run that radio in any other mode but the best, widest mode, 100 to 2900. Following that, as far as our setup is concerned, it starts with your compressor on at a 3. For that 7300, compression on and at a 3. Roger? Alrighty, and then once we have that compressor on and at a 3, we move to the ALC meter with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, just don't stress it, just say it, and with mic gain in hand, adjust your ALC meter to where it's reading mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
Right now it normally reads, and look at my scale, it bounces between 1/2 and 2/3.
Roger, we want to use the word audio because it's just a perfect word that makes it so simple to read that meter so accurately. Audio, Roger?
That meter so accurately. Audio, Roger? Roger? Okay, so if I say the word audio, yeah, it's about 2/3 to 3/4. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Excellent, excellent. Now, do you know where your equalization page is for that 7300?
Do you know where your equalization page is for that 7300? Oh, it's down through one of those menus, and those menus drive me absolutely batty.
All right, let me give you a note then. Note to self. This will be the second note, and that is when you find out how to get to your equalization page, we want to increase your treble EQ by 3 clicks. Treble EQ boost, 3 clicks from where it is. 3 clicks boost from where it is. Roger?
Where it is. 3 clicks boost from where it is. Roger? All right, I've got that written down. That's my left hand. I'm one of these lefties here. There you go. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Well, that will be it. And if you get a chance, then join me next Friday and let me hear how all that sounds. Roger, Roger?
Next Friday, let me hear how all that sounds. Roger, Roger? All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just out of curiosity, how does it sound roughly today? I did have fun following the 13 colonies this weekend, and believe it or not, I made a clean sweep about an hour to go last night. So just fun to get on here and play a little bit. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're looking at your audio at the moment. You do have a 3 dB dynamic range, which means that your average percent of peak modulation is 80 to 85%, which is just excellent. A 3 dB dynamic range is a fattening process. If you stop to consider that unprocessed audio, if I were to hook a VU meter to a PA system that you were speaking on, I would be seeing my VU meter taking a 10 dB dynamic range. It would go from the very least to 0 level unprocessed. So what we're doing for radio in those setups that I just gave you, we take that 10 dB and we shrink it to a 3 dB, which makes it fatter, and therefore it is louder when you stop to consider the signal-to-noise problems that HF radio has. Roger?
Signal-to-noise problems that HF radio has. Roger?
I'll take your word for it. Not trying to be a wise guy. I understand a little bit of what you're saying. Now, I do enjoy the 7300. I started many years ago with the 150, and then on to a Hammerlin HX50, and to a Kenwood ES520, to a Kenwood 430S, and then a ICOM, what was it, the 735 or something like that, I can't remember. It's kind of going on the way this, and boy, this is a whole different world.
Yes, sir, that 7300 is just a beautiful radio. What I would suggest maybe is, why don't you leave your ALC meter out so you can see it as you speak over maybe a week or so. Just, you got to have something to do. So just leave your ALC meter displayed and be looking at it as you talk. And the whole idea is to be able to keep that meter in the sweet spots between mid-scale and 2/3. And you do that, by controlling it by your voice. And over a period of time, you will develop a relationship with that meter that you can just keep that meter right there, just by the voice. Roger.
Just by the voice. Roger.
Roger. That sounds like something that will be a work at there a little bit. I'm watching it here. I'm using the meter setting on everything. So I got the ALC, the compression, SWR, and amperage there. I like to have those displayed.
Yes, sir, Tom. Well, just concentrate mainly on that ALC meter and keeping it between mid-scale and 2/3 by voice control. Roger?
Between mid-scale and 2/3 by voice control. Roger?
Roger.
All right, Tom, 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and you have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. And, let's try to get one more in before we call it. I think we turn into a pumpkin or something. I don't remember exactly. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock, so we got to get out of here. I see by the clock on the wall there's a dead fly. Ooh! So anyway, we got to get out of here. We're turning into a pumpkin. So we'll say 73, and if you participated, we'd like to hear your audio. If you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. It will take you directly to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 of a series of 2,200 Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So we'll say 73, and this is KC9VKV, returning the frequency back to normal amateur radio use. KC9VKV, clear.